I tested 2 AI models to see if it was capable of giving me basic instruction sets to do a simple task on my 2023 Aprilia 660, and that is changing the oil. The results will surprise you. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. I wanted to see if the AI models that are out there would be capable of giving me basic instructions at an 100% accuracy level in order to do simple tasks, to see if I could do the simple tasks and move on to more complicated. And there's really nothing more simple than changing the oil on your bike. So that's what I did, is I challenged 2 models. I asked them for instructions to see what the results would be and what they would tell me to do and how it came out. So the 2 models that I used were ChatGPT and Claude. Now, I intentionally did a couple of things. One is I did not tell it initially that I had an aftermarket skid plate. I wanted to see what the instruction set would be. And I also didn't tell the model that I was creating a video because I didn't want it to be biased, because I've seen some bias in some of the stuff I've done with the AI models that I've used and some of the things that I've been working with them on. So I just want to set the stage for that. There were some huge inaccuracies in the instruction set that was given to me, and there were some things that were like, that's pretty good. And so I'm going to go through that. Now, I'm not going to go through every single step that the models gave me because it's quite lengthy, but I want to highlight some of the areas where the models were completely wrong and the couple of things that I think are worth noting that were positive. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to do this was there's some more complicated tasks, like maybe you want to rebuild your forks. It'd be nice to have an instruction set to do something like that, or maybe bleed your brakes, instruction set for doing that, or more complicated tasks like doing your valve clearance on the bike. It'd be nice to have an accurate instruction set for doing that. But from what I learned from doing something as basic as an oil change, there's no way I would trust the instruction set from the models. So let's get into it, and I will explain why an AI mechanics assistant probably is a ways out of being accurate enough to use for everything you want to do on your bike. So to start with, the first thing I asked, I'm just going to read through real quick the prompt that I gave ChatGPT on what I was looking for and the results that I got. And keep in mind, if you're not familiar with using AI, the results you get from it is really going to be dependent on the inputs, the questions you ask. The better the question, the better the results. So this is what I'd put in. I need to change the oil and filter on my 2023 Aprilia Tuareg 660. Provide a step-by-step guide to how to change the oil and filter, including the tools needed, with their sizes, the type of oil to be used, the oil filter part number with alternate filters and part numbers. So that was the initial instruction set that I gave ChatGPT to see what I got. And honestly, it didn't start out very well. So the basic tool set that it said that I needed was 8mm and 10mm sockets for taking body panels and skid plates off. Well, that right there alone, it's wrong. It's all hex head or Allen keys to take even the stock skid plate off. There is no time that I've changed the oil on this bike where I've needed sockets. So that was disappointing to begin with. And then the next thing was the drain plug. It said it was either going to be a 13mm or 14mm drain plug. And it says varies slightly by aftermarket bolts, which that is completely inaccurate. It is an 8mm hex to pull the drain plug on this bike. So it's not looking too good right from the beginning. But it does say that you need a torque wrench. Okay, I could see needing a torque wrench for the drain bolt, and then an oil filter wrench, cup style. There's different ways of pulling the oil filter off. Fine. Drain pan, funnel, clean rags. Okay, that all makes sense. Now, I had to look this up to see if ChatGPT was accurate, but it said that the Aprilia part number for the oil filter was a 2B003269. And I did look that up. I have it written down here. It's wrong. it is the wrong part number. I went to AF1 Racing, I looked it up, and I'll put this on the screen there. So I can't even trust that the OEM part number that ChatGPT is giving me is correct. But I will say that the aftermarket part number, which is the high flow Filtro oil filter HF565, that is actually accurate. And that's usually the ones that I use. They're a little bit less expensive than the OEM, and I can get those off Amazon for like $8 or $9. So already from the beginning, there's some issues with the instruction set on doing something easy like changing the oil. Now it does say it recommends replacing the crush washer. Perfect. That's good. And then oil that it recommends, 10W50 fully synthetic, JASO MA2, perfect motorcycle oil. It's what it needs. And then the capacity 2.4 quarts or 2.3 liters, that is also accurate. And then it has a note to not use automotive oil, to use motorcycle specific oil. Obviously correct. So then in the steps, it gives instructions on how to use the wrong tools for pulling things off. Now it does say for removing the skid plate. So I just noticed this. The tool set did not include the tools to pull the skid plate, but here it says use a 4mm, 5mm Allen, or 10mm socket, depending on the setup, to remove the skid plate. So I think if I remember right, it was 4 or 5mm hex on the stock skid plate, which I don't have anymore. So it tells you to use tools here that it didn't put in the tool set. So if you use this to get your tools out, you're going to be going back to the toolbox to get things that it didn't say. And then the drain plug, again, it says 13mm or 14mm socket. Again, not correct. And then, now the one thing I do like that it said is it said lightly lube the filter gasket before installing it. Something I always do is just put a little bit of oil on there to get it on, and then just says hand tight, approximately 3/4 of a turn past hand tight. So that seems good. And then the drain plug, it gives a torque spec of 20 to 25 millimeters, or Newton meters, or 15 to 18 foot-pounds. From what I saw that Claude gave me, that is pretty close or accurate. I didn't necessarily look that one up, and I should have, but I didn't. And it says run the engine. So anyway, that is just... All right, another quick note here at the end is there's some important tips. The bikes are sensitive to overfilling. If you overfill it with oil, you're going to have foaming. Nice tip, good. If you're a home mechanic, you already know that. The other thing that I find amusing is it says these 660 motors can consume some oil, so monitor between services. Now, I have heard heard people talk about these bikes consuming oil. My personal experience with almost 27,000 miles on my bike is if it consumes it, it's beyond my perception on the dipstick. And then it says the regular intervals every 6,000 miles, which that is also accurate, but that's pretty standard. Okay, so that's just changing oil with the standard skid plate. And the reason I wanted to do standard skid plate and then give it an aftermarket skid plate and tell it what it is, I wanted to see how adaptable the model was and knowing how to give me instructions on something that was aftermarket that I've added to the bike. And I have to say, ChatGPT was quite disappointing in its ability to adapt to an aftermarket skid plate, and I'll explain why. So the first thing I said is I have a T-Rex skid plate, tailor the oil change for this skid plate. And this is something, if you haven't used AIs, I found ChatGPT, it's kind of a kiss ass, and I'll explain that. So this is ChatGPT's response to me saying I have this skid plate. Nice, those T-Rex skid plates are solid, but they do change the workflow a bit compared to a stock setup. The good news, once you know the shortcuts, oil changes are still straightforward. It doesn't need to say that. I don't know why the models do that. So unfortunately, if you're familiar with the T-Rex skid plate, it has a panel to remove off the front so you can get to the oil filter without having to remove the skid plate. It also has a cutout in the bottom to get to the drain plug so you don't have to remove the skid plate, which is why I went with this. So anytime I change the oil, I can just pull the cover off, set the bike upright, and do that. I don't have to take the skid plate off. And the instructions were terrible recognizing this. It says the skid plate fully covers the drain plug and filter, which I just told you there's panels and cutouts to get to it. And it says there's no access cutout you'll need to remove and partially drop it. Completely inaccurate. So, and then it goes through, continues to give the wrong sizes for bolts and nuts, and is inaccurate on how to remove the skid plate and get the oil out. And then it just goes back through those steps. So it's disappointing, I would say, on ChatGPT's response and doing something so basic. Now, I do want to mention there was a couple of things on here. It says thread care. It says these vibrate. Consider using blue Loctite. These bikes vibrate on rough BDR terrain. And then extra tip for your riding style. Since you're riding rocky BDR sections, your T-Rex plate is doing real work. While it is off, check for frame mount stress, cracks or bends, and packed mud rocks. You'll catch issues early before they become trail problems, which, okay, that's reasonable. Bottom line on ChatGPT is I would not trust it for giving you simple instructions for changing the oil on your bike. Maybe the capacity and the oil, and we can't even trust the filter that it gave me, at least from the OEM standpoint. So make sure you cross-reference any information and any maintenance you try to do from an AI model. So let's jump over to Claude, and I'll point out some of the differences and how Claude actually performed a bit better. All right, I was actually really pleased with the outcome from Claude. Again, there's still a few mistakes in here, but overall, I think the outcome and the results that I got were much better. One of the things that I liked about using Claude is it gave source documentation for all of the responses. So if I wanted to know the oil filter, it said go to CB Moto or AF1 Racing. I use AF1 Racing. Perfect. So I can just go to the site and then cross-reference anything and just order it from there. And it actually had the correct OEM oil filter number. I cross-referenced it with AF1 Racing, where ChatGPT was wrong on the OEM. I think the level of detail that Claude gives is even better because it references an OEM filter that's been obsoleted and replaced with a newer number. So good. Tools required. It says that it needs a 17 millimeter socket for the drain plug removal. As I've already talked about, it's not a 17 millimeter socket. For my bike, it's an 8 millimeter hex. That's the stock one. So there is some inaccuracies here. And it doesn't reference any Allen or hex keys. So if you have the stock skid plate, it doesn't say anything about the tools you're going to need to remove the stock skid plate. And then gives torque specs. Torque specs look accurate. Instruction set looks good. It talks about popping the oil filler cap so that it allows air into the sump so that the oil can drain. That's a good tip. And then use a new crush washer. Great. And then it says lightly coat the O-ring on the new gasket when you on the new oil filter when you put it in. Perfect. And then after that, check for leaks. Now, and then it goes through and says, 6,000 miles. All right, then I told Claude that I have the T-Rex skid plate, which is where I think Claude did a much better job of doing the research, searching the web, and seeing that this skid plate is actually easier to change the oil and it doesn't need to be dropped. So a couple of things. So I told it I had the T-Rex skid plate. Claude responded, great news. T-Rex skid plate is one of the most maintenance-friendly options available for the Tuareg 660. Yes, that's why I have it. And it says, let's see. Yeah, it says you can get, there's a removable access door, perfect, front of the skid plate, 2 bolts is all it takes to remove it. And this is where it is good. It says either typically 4 millimeter or 5 millimeter hex to remove the hardware on the panel. I think it's 4 millimeter to get that panel off. Perfect. And then everything else is basically easy guidance. And then, yeah, it goes through the steps that you would expect to change the oil, nothing of significance. And then the final tip is while the access door is off, it's a good opportunity to check for any motor debris packed between the skid plate and the engine, clear it out to maintain airflow and cooling. So that's what Claude had to say. That is a lot to say about the AI models, but I wanted to be accurate on where the models were correct and where they were wrong, to give you some context on whether or not you could use AI to do basic service on your motorcycle. And personally, from my experience, I do think Claude was better than ChatGPT, but there were still inaccuracies on the tools that were needed. And if you had the stock skid plate, didn't even mention having to remove the stock skid plate. ChatGPT was nowhere even close to being correct. So if you can't rely on it for a simple maintenance task, there's no way I would trust an AI model to do something more complex, like maybe even just removing the tank or do any wiring or things like that on the bike. So I know there is this fear. You hear it everywhere, the doomers, that AI is taking over. But honestly, if AI can't do the maintenance on my bike, I'm not really too worried about it at this point. So let me know what you think. I know this is a bit lengthy and just a lot of talking because it's kind of hard to demonstrate where it was right and where it was wrong. And I've already done the oil change. I wasn't going to do another one. So not a lot of B-roll on this, but I'm just curious to know if you have used AI to do maintenance on your bike to give you instructions, what have you used it for and how accurate was it? And was this something that you were even thinking about as far as doing maintenance on your motorcycle? Maybe you have a new bike or an old bike or a bike you're not familiar with. Had you considered using AI to get instruction sets? I'd like to know that. Leave that in the comments below, what your experience has been if you've been using AI for something like this. Unfortunately, I don't think AI is at a point yet that it's capable of doing something like this. I intentionally didn't tell, like I said before, I didn't tell the AI, either Claude or ChatGPT, that I was creating a video off of this because I didn't want that to bias how the results were going to be. And I don't know if it would bias it, but I was concerned that there could be a potential bias in the results that were given, maybe even more kiss ass from ChatGPT, which really is irritating. So anyway, if you got this far, I really appreciate it. This is something I've been thinking about for quite some time, just sharing with you the results of AI and whether or not you can use it as your workshop mechanic's assistant. So anyway, remember, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So get out and do that ride that you've been thinking about. Maybe do some maintenance on your bike and get out and test it out, whatever it is that you might be doing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there.